Grand Slam track in Kingston, day 3. Men's short distance race 2 is the 800 meters. You saw Bryce Hoppel there in lane 8, 800 meter specialist. Marco Arop, not a great 1500. That's what we expected from him. Matthew Centrowitz, what am I going to get today?
On paper, this should be a nice 1v1 matchup against Wanyonyi, but given the fact that the 1500 was a hard race for him yesterday, we'll see how much that's in his legs today.
So right now, yeah, I don't know if they're in the right spot. Marco's in 8. We have him listed as 7, and Hoppel's standing in 7. He was listed as 8. Luckily, they're not hard to tell apart, right? You got the white kit and you got the red kit.
And there you have the American record holder, 141 challenger. It's crazy to think that we have a 141 guy who is a challenger and not even a racer.
So Cole Hawker, Olympic champ at 1500. I just feel like he's feisty and he's willing to compete.
Yeah, I think he would prefer a fast 800 here. He looked a little flat yesterday, but nonetheless, he's a gamer.
Josh Kerr, second in the last Olympics, third before that, got a world champion. Like, he's got all kinds of the bona fides. That doesn't know he's got over 2 laps.
He has the ability to be a factor here, but let's hope that yesterday was just busting the rust and maybe he comes out a little more competitive today.
Jared Naguse was second in that 1500, which turned out to be a big sprint that Emmanuel Wanyonyi stole, but there's the Goose.
This is my upset pick right here. The Goose is going to be loose today. This guy is hoping for a fast 800.
Listen, you can't set a world record in the mile without, going after a little bit. And
there's Arop.
Yeah, so somehow, yeah, we are way out of lanes, and I apologize that. There's Muhammad Atawi.
Hasn't seen much of him, obviously, this indoor season, but nonetheless, he did do some 1500s to work on his strength.
And then in lane 1, another Scot, Neil Gorlick.
A sleeper pick for me to finish in the top 3. He's actually got the fastest 800 of all the 1500 guys.
2 laps of the track in the men's 800 meters. It's windy, it's breezy. Will it be fast though? And look at the Canadian already gliding to the front. He might just want to get a feel for what it's like out there. They must know that the wind is in the home straight, but this looks as though Arop has decided to lead this one. Not sure how quick he's going to go. We'll watch for the time through the first 200 meters. It's fairly quick there, round about 25 flat there, thereabouts carry.
You can see all the 1500 meter guys sort of in the back of the pack here, hoping to close that gap in. But Marco Arop, he's so tall, he's such a strong guy. Not surprised to see him get out of the way and get up front. We know he can run either way, from the back or from the front. But here we go, Wanyonyi closing that up. And I think this is just going to be a show between these two. They went 1 and 2 at the Olympic Games. Let's see what happens.
52 at the front, and that's not that quick actually by their standards. I think that was all about the wind, but they do have a gap on the rest of the field. The guys haven't gone with this at all. It's the 3 800-meter specialists, with the exception of Ataui, who's completely lost in the pack behind. The 15 lads will charge, there's no doubt about that. Wanyonyi's not going to wait for them though, and Arop has to try and hold him off, and he does. He wants to hold the curve, make Wanyonyi run wide. These two are so far ahead of everybody else. Ataui is beginning to get going and is reeling in. Bryce Hoppel perhaps for third, but they're so far back, and look at Arop, he's gone again. Wanyonyi 2-3 meters behind. Has the Canadian done this well? Has he got the tactics right? It looks as though he has. That 1500 must still be in the Kenyan's legs, because Arop is striding away. They're all charging too far back. Arop's going to win this one by a country mile. 1:45.1. Wanyonyi, then Hoppel, then Gourley, then Hocker, then Naguse, Ataui, and a tired Josh Kerr at the back. These are tricky conditions, and a 1:45.1, a brave 1:45.1 for me, because he went out there and he said, you've got to get past me. He held Wanyonyi off down the back straight, and I think that was significant, because then he just picked up again with 180 to go, and there was no doubt about who's going to win from there.
But what I like about what Marco Arop is doing is this is a hard double. This is hard for him to be a 1500-meter runner and an 800-meter runner. But guess what, everybody? This is going to make him stronger and tougher. So he took on this challenge to become a better runner. Maybe not right here, right now, but as the series goes on, and then when he races everyone in the world in September.